it's Leslie from Cellars Sound Wine Experts, back with another episode of Pair It With Dairy, and today I'm in beautiful Caledonia, Prince Edward Island, and I'm at the Double Hill Cidery. I'm here with Sebastian, the owner. Sebastian, tell me about how you started the Double Hill Cidery. What drew you to this part of PEI?
Well, it so happens that I studied in Nova Scotia and I got to know PEI this way. I took the ferry over and it was a beautiful trip, and I saw the coast and I fell in love with PEI. And I was really lucky to buy a piece of property here in Eastern PEI, and that's how everything got started. And then my job took me to other places in the world, and one of those places was France, and that's how I discovered cider. French cider is very complex, quite amazing. It can be sweet or very dry, and it can pair with a lot of different things.
Definitely.
And I just fell in love with it. The whole idea about making a local cider is that it has a real terroir. It's born from the soil. It is different. It's going to be different than the French style cider. And in the future, we will be able to pair that with other products that are also from this terroir. And dairy is one of the top products from PEI, very well known. And so we will have our tasting room that's open this summer. And we will be offering cheese boards, charcuterie boards, where we can pair those things.
Exactly.
So they can be tasted together.
Excellent. Well, let's go try some of this cider.
All right, very good.
So we are in the fermentation room here at Double Hill, and I'm with my Somm BFF, Erin, here. And we are going to try some of these lovely ciders with 2 COWS cheese. I brought along the Applewood Smoked and the 1-year-old cheddar, and we're gonna see which one works best with the Nomad cider and the Rosé ciders, 2 of which just became available via cans. So this is gonna be really fun. So Erin, why don't you tell me where you think the world of cider comes in comparison to wine?
Cider, in direct comparison to wine, has that firm acidic backbone and that freshness, which always lends itself to cutting through rich foods. So it's like when you have them together, you're not overwhelmed by one or the other. They just balance each other and you're comforted, I guess, by both.
I love
so they
that.
just work nicely. And then in terms of sort of directly pairing a type of cider with a type of cheese, we would look to overall flavor intensity. So you would think that a richer, fuller-bodied cider would likely work best with a cheese with a higher flavor intensity, and then vice versa. But sometimes there are curveballs, and sometimes the freshness works better with a stronger flavor.
Right.
So it's always important just to have choices and then play with the pairings and then see what you like best, because ultimately personal preferences is the most important thing. So.
This is true. Should we play a little?
Yes, let's try.
Let's play. Rosé first.
Oh, bright,
You
fun,
were kidding.
delicious,
That's
right?
Kiss is right.
Balanced. So we'll try it with, I think the smoky flavored cheese has more flavor intensity, so let's try it with the lighter cheese first, because you always want to try the lighter ones first so that you're not left with this lingering smoky flavor that would compromise all the other more delicately flavored cheeses.
The COWS 1-year aged cheddar has been awarded world's best, which, I mean, for a small island creamery here on PEI, COWS really has gone above and beyond just ice cream. It's incredible to see how they keep winning awards year after year after year. Most recently, actually, they were even given the world's best award once again.
So that's a beautiful pairing.
Yeah.
That's, you can still get the cheese coming through. It softens the cider a little bit, but it's still fresh, very complimentary. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Not at all.
Definitely
Not
a green light on the cheddar with the cider, but let's go with something smokier, a little bit higher flavor intensity. We can sort of see if the rosé stands up to it.
Love it. Oh.
Still very delicious. I mean, for sure, the stronger flavored cheese, it really sort of, it makes this even lighter, but it still stands up to it. And the freshness just kicks in at the end.
All right. Yes, please. Thank you. So let's try the Nomad next. Now, was Nomad the first cider that came from Double Hill?
Yes, it was.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent. Now, Should we follow the same rule? Do the lighter one first and then do the applewood
Yes.
smoked?
Yep.
All right. I'll let you go first this time.
Thank you.
Since I won't be as big of a greedy Gus.
Much more of an apple, big flavor intensity on this cider.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just a much fuller bodied cider than the rosé.
Yeah.
Not that the acidity isn't there, but just the flavor intensity is a little higher. It's just a little heavier.
Definitely. I think what I appreciate about both of these is the level of sweetness is really nice and restrained.
Balanced.
Totally.
Also works.
Also very good.
You can still taste more of the flavor intensity of the Nomad does stand up better with the smoked cheddar. We don't lose it. We still have some of those caramel notes coming through at the end.
Totally.
And sort of that core apple flavor, obviously, being the base material, but those other nuances, whereas this is just a fresh sip after the smoked cheddar, it works very well. The Nomad truly has the flavor intensity, I think, to balance it and stand up to it and not be overwhelmed.
To give the strength.
Yeah, but both work with both cheeses, so I think ultimately we have myriad possibilities. It's more going to come down to tasting them all and what
Yep.
you like best. Some things are
Exactly.
going to work better than others, but
And some people will find some flavors they enjoy more. I think the key lesson here is that cider and cheese is a match made in heaven, just like wine and cheese. They are.
apple and cheddar, that's a snack.
It's already in the. That's
Everyone
why they
loves
went.
apples and cheese.
And when you are shopping at your local grocery store, don't forget to look for that Blue Cow logo. That way you know you have 100% Canadian dairy going home with you for your dish. Cheers.
Cheers.